And
But she has 6 kids.
No, let's Ms. Garcia.
yeah, that you supposedly love.
That you leave
that
at
you
home
have a chance
to come
to,
across.
Ms.
I
McNabb
do
will have
not.
a chance to question.
Don't go there with my kids, please.
We are here in the matter of Lisette Garcia versus Angie Puerto, case number 24-01568PH. This hearing is being recorded on Zoom and live streamed on YouTube.
And this matter comes before the court for a hearing concerning an alleged violation of the court's protective order. Ms. McNabb, would you place your appearance on the record, please?
Thank you, Your Honor. Lauren McNabb, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney, Kent County, for Petitioner Ms. Garcia.
Very good. And I do see Ms. Puerto present. Ms. Puerto, did you employ counsel for the purpose of today's hearing, or are you representing yourself?
I am representing myself.
Very well. Thank you. You may proceed, Ms. McNabb.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to call Ms. Garcia as a witness.
Very well. Ms. Garcia, would you raise your right hand?
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. You are Lisette Garcia?
Correct.
And you are the petitioner in this matter?
Correct.
All right. And Your Honor, I would just ask that the court take judicial notice of the dates that this PPO was in place. It was granted from February 15th of 2024 until it was terminated on September 9th of 2024.
Okay, very well. I will take judicial notice of those dates.
All right, thank you. So Ms. Garcia, you have a PPO against Ms. Puerto, correct?
I had one placed, correct.
Okay. Did you attend the hearing where that was terminated?
No, I did not attend the hearing where that was terminated because I had it sent to a different address, so Ms. Puerto couldn't find my address.
Okay. So it was terminated because you did not appear?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. And so you filed a motion to show cause alleging violations of the PPO.
Correct.
Has Ms. Puerto made any direct contact with you or contact through third parties?
Third parties was the violation.
Okay, and explain how that happened.
After I placed the PPO onto Angie Puerto, I'm assuming it didn't settle with her, so she continued to make phone calls unwantedly. Her and my child's father have zero connection, zero contact. The reason why Angie Puerto got the number to my child's father is because I called him in the past from her phone. She continued to contact him to the point where my son was even involved. And Nate made a statement stating that if she were to contact anymore, he was going to block her and also help me further gain a PPO.
Okay. How did you know it was her calling?
Because my child's father screenshot the phone call, has numerous texts, and my son also overheard Ms. Puerto while he was on the phone with her.
Okay. And so the screenshots show her name as the caller?
It shows her phone number and her name, yes.
Okay. And you're familiar with her phone number?
I don't know if it's changed since, but at the time, yes, I am familiar with her phone number.
Okay. And when contacting Nate, was she trying to pass the message to you through him? Was she just harassing him?
She was harassing him, and I think attempt to, I don't know what her attempt was, to be honest with you. I think she's just angry and decided she wanted to take that route. I can't answer for her.
Okay. And does Ms. Puerto have any reason, to the best of your knowledge, to be contacting Nate outside of the fact that he's connected to you?
Absolutely not. They have absolutely zero connection. They have not talked over the phone in the past or any type of connection to where they should be in contact. And it's unwanted. He was not wanting of her phone calls.
Okay. And when you say she's been calling, is this multiple times a day? Is it once a week?
It happened for about a couple of weeks, multiple times a day,
okay,
to the point where he blocked her.
So 3, 10, 20?
I know that I don't know about how many phone calls, but I know that there was paragraphs of messages she was texting him.
Okay. And were those messages about you?
Correct. Yes, they were.
Okay. And do you recall that those messages from Ms. Puerto said?
Things of degrading my character, trying to get CPS involved, doing all kinds of weird accusations of whatever she was trying to do. I don't know. It's been a year and she's been running from this. So,
All right. So are they the kinds of things that might drive a wedge between you and Nate? If you were to
not
believe
only
them?
drive a wedge, I'm very concerned about her to begin with because of just knowing that she had a PPO placed against her and her feeling that she didn't care about the law and the PPO and continued to contact further after the PPO was placed, which means no contact. She didn't listen to that.
Okay. And switching gears a little bit, has Ms. Puerto also posted some things on social media or Snapchat?
Correct.
All right. Can you describe those posts?
I was contacted by a couple people, which Snapchat works in a way where it erases, and also if you screenshot it, you can see who posted it. So the people that contacted me told me that they didn't want to screenshot it in fear of her knowing that they did that. So there were pictures or videos of me, which I did not consent of. And her putting clown faces. Obviously, she didn't post my face, I guess. I don't know. Things that are unbeknownst to me because I didn't see them with my own eyes, but knowing Miss Puerto, that she does this to other people, it's not a shock.
Okay. And has Ms. Puerto ever physically threatened you?
No, she just likes to stalk.
Okay. And then do you have any concerns about now that there is no PPO?
Yeah, because I feel that she feels that she can override the law or do what she wants to do, and there's no consequences set. So she feels that as long as you guys are not in the way, then I don't know. She obviously doesn't care about the law. The reason why she got picked up, as I mentioned, on this PPO is because she was trying to break into her child's father's house and they called the police on her. She has no regard for the law. So I don't think that I feel good. That's why I went to go after a 5-year PPO. And I felt safe with that at the time.
All right. And then has she contacted you since this violation was filed?
No,
Okay.
I would hope not.
Okay. And has she contacted Nate to the best of your knowledge?
He has her blocked, and I think he also changed his number, so no.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Very well, Ms. Puerto. Do you have any questions for Ms. Garcia? By way of this would be a cross-examination, so that you have an opportunity to ask questions about her testimony.
I am willing to provide the conversations that were between me and Nate. Actually, Nate was the one who contacted me because he wanted to get further information for his child support case because he's fighting custody with her. She's only allowed to see her child during the weekends, and he wanted pretty much to get dirt on her because he heard of me and her having an argument, and I'm willing to provide.
Your Honor, if Ms. Puerto is going to testify, I would just ask that she be sworn in.
Yeah, Ms. Puerto, I do need to, and this is really your response and testimony, I guess. Do you have any questions for Ms. Garcia?
Questions, like, do you have any actual proof of your statements? Because I have never contacted, don't post anything, I don't do anything towards you, ever. I never.
Not recently, no, but I do, and I have
No.
sent them, correct. I have sent them in. And I do have proof of Nate, you reaching out to Nate, and I have proof of my son also making a statement and Nate making a statement against you. Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I have proof of the text messages.
All right, very good. Any further questions, Ms. Puerto?
Do you really honestly feel threatened by a person who was your best friend your whole life and my kids call you aunt.
I'm
Because I
threatened
don't
by a person
understand.
that
I
went to
really don't
somebody's
Okay,
understand
hang on.
why you're
Let's
doing
get
this.
on the threatened question. Go ahead, respond, Ms. Garcia, and then I'll hold off, and then Ms. Puerto, you may ask a follow-up if you have one. Go ahead. Are you threatened, Ms. Garcia?
Based on her prior actions of her and breaking into people's houses and her actions, yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Puerto, any follow-up question?
Yes. If on the paperwork it says that I had been stalking you your whole pregnancy, why did it take 9 months for you if you felt threatened your whole pregnancy? And why didn't you not show up to court? Because the courts.
Well, let me just take them one question at a time.
Okay,
Why a
sorry.
9-month delay, Ms. Garcia?
There was a 9-month delay where she was hiding from the. I'm trying to answer, Your Honor.
Yeah, go ahead, continue. Let her answer.
I have Jayco's civil process that has been trying to go after her. It was not 9 months. I already put in the violation of the PPO in May, and it's been taking this long to get to today based on Angie Puerto constantly running. And to answer a question about not showing up, I had mail sent to my mother's house, and I missed the court date because of that at the time. I just literally had a baby, and otherwise I would have definitely been present to the court date.
All
And
right.
I've spoken to you about this prior, Your Honor.
Yes, I recall. Any further, Ms. Puerto?
Yes. Do you have any actual facts on your statement where you continue to say that I break into people's homes? Because that is an incorrect statement.
Well, I have proof that you tried to break into your child's father's home
That's not true.
the night of January 2022. And also based on the fact that the
No.
person that lives
Oh.
there is a probation officer, and she made a statement to the police. I'm sure, and she has a recording of you. I'm sure that they have that also on file. So yes, I can have proof of that.
And Your Honor, we're not here to litigate whether or not Ms. Puerto broke into somebody's home. Ms. Garcia was saying that as an example of why she's actually afraid.
Yes, no, that's what I took it as. So yeah, I think that question probably does not have very much relevance to the matter before the court. Any further questions, Ms. Puerto?
No, I just I have nothing against you.
Very good. All right. Then any follow-up questions, Ms. McNabb?
Ms. Garcia, are there any other contacts or behaviors that you want the court to know about?
What do you mean as far as contacts?
Like from Ms. Puerto?
No, I'm assuming that she knew that this was going on and that it would further incriminate her. I don't think Ms. Puerto's that stupid to do those things, but I feel like when she's feeling like she's getting away with something, obviously, she will evade. I have no further contact with her, nor do I desire that. So,
All right, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, Ms. Puerto, you wish to testify. It looks like. Do you have any additional witnesses or evidence to present, Ms. McNabb?
Not at this time, but I would like to reserve the ability to call witnesses at a later date based on Ms. Puerto's testimony.
Very well. Let me hear from Ms. Puerto. Ms. Puerto, if you'd raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that your testimony today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Go ahead, and you may testify to the facts supporting that I shouldn't find you violating the protective order.
Yes. Me and Garcia have been friends for over 14 years. We had an issue with miscommunication, and I really don't know where our friendship went wrong. I have never really threatened her at all. I don't feel that I can get away with anything with the courts. I'm actually really, it's really important for me to stay up with the courts and to keep my name clean. I have 6 kids, and it's really hard for me to stay here and stalk somebody who I have no harsh feelings towards. I also feel that her statement when she says that she thinks that I can get away with things really go towards her, because all the statements that she wrote, the 3-4 different statements that she wrote, were complete lies. I responded to the PPO, and that's exactly how I feel when I did my last response. I feel like she's the one that can feel that she can get away with it because she took the first initiative to get upset with me over something that happened over our friendship, and then call CPS on me, make false allegations towards me, and then the next day I had a PPO order from her. Everything that it's been turned in as far as proof are memes and text messages that don't really make sense. There's no actual proof in any of the forms that she has submitted that actually proves that I have ever came out of my house to stalk somebody. During the time of our friendship, she was the one who showed constantly to my home. I don't really spend time with her at her home. And
But she has 6 kids
No, let's, Ms. Garcia.
yeah, that you supposedly love.
that you
Oh.
leave
That
at
you
You'll have a
home to
chance
come
to,
across.
Ms.
I
McNabb
do
will have a
not.
chance to
Don't go
question.
there with my kids, please.
You don't care about them.
You
I
may
have
continue,
custody of
Ms.
mine and you don't
Porto.
have yours. I'm sorry, Judge.
Ms. Porto, anything additional?
Yeah, like I said, I have never contacted the father of her kids. He contacted me as soon as he found out that me and her had issues. She had him stored under the devil's cocksucker on my phone. He's the one that texted me, and I'm willing to turn in not just the screenshot, but the actual phone records with every single conversation that has been made. I would never contact her child, whom I actually love and my kids love. And I feel really sad, really disappointed because this is a person whom I actually really cared about. I have always protected her. I have never been physically or anything towards her. Yes, I did get upset about situations during our friendship, and I was always honest with her, but I have never actually like threatened her or anything. And I really don't, I'm still to this day clueless and not understanding where she comes up with writing all these false allegations on these statements. I mean, you wrote 2-3 statements, and when the day came to see me in person, it had gotten adjourned, and then it came back, and then you claimed that you didn't get the information. But
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is addressing the petitioner rather than the court.
That's not in the form of this isn't a question.
I
This is
know
your
I
testimony.
I just feel confused because this case has gotten dismissed already, and we're like pretty much going back. And I just want you guys to know, like, I don't have time nor to put my freedom at risk away from my children. I'm a permanent resident of this country, and I have never, ever threatened Lisette. I don't have any harsh feelings towards her or her child, and I'm willing to prove anything that's said against me with actual proof. And I'm actually very hurt about the situation, and I don't have time to be posting anything about Lisette. Just like how she said, I also receive like images and videos on Snapchat and Facebook as well of her talking down on me and contacting third parties. I actually have text messages of her texting my friends trying to tell Angie to delete our pictures on Facebook, tell Angie this, tell Angie that. And this was during the PPO. And I find it really disrespectful that if I make one bad move, then it's everything, it goes down on me. But she constantly is calling the father of my kids, trying to take him out to lunch, and called him, and actually she actually told him I was the one who called CPS on your baby mama.
Your Honor, I would object. The PPO is against Ms. Puerto, not against Ms. Garcia.
Yeah, and further, that would be a hearsay
I
testimony. I think we're getting a little bit of fire from the alleged violations.
I apologize. This was really impacting in my life. I work really hard every day on my life to change my background, my past, and move up forward. And I wish the best for her and her child. And there was nothing more that I wanted anyways before me and her.
Ms.
Stop
Porto,
talking.
I think that I arraigned you after you had been arrested on the bench warrant because of a failure to appear and a misunderstanding
Correct.
because of the
Yes.
termination. How much time did you already spend in jail on that?
I ended up going to jail for 2 days.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Ms. McNabb, any cross-examination for Ms. Puerto?
No, Your Honor. However, I would ask if the text messages become an issue. I would ask for an adjournment to review those, as I did not receive any text messages from Ms. Puerto to review.
No, and I don't have any of those in the file either, but I think we can proceed without those at this time, unless either party thinks they're absolutely necessary to my determination.
You have my word, Your Honor, that that's not the road I would want to go down at all.
Okay. Well, if you want those, Ms. McNabb, I can order them, and then we can
I
continue the
can
hearing.
also submit them if that's what you need, yes.
I would just like to recall Ms. Garcia as a rebuttal witness.
Very well, Ms. Garcia, you're already under oath. You may proceed, Ms. McNabb.
All right, Ms. Garcia, can you unmute yourself? Oh, wait, let me ask a question
Can I
first.
have Nate as a witness for this trial? Can I have him come in as a witness as himself?
So you want
That-
to keep dragging this?
Can I have a witness, please?
That's what I was going to ask, is if Nate was there and available.
He is available. Is my son too young to be a witness?
I would rather not call a 14-year-old if I
Yeah.
can get away with it. But Your Honor, based on Ms. Garcia's statements under oath, I would like to call Nate Johnson.
Very well. Is Mr. Johnson there, Ms. Garcia?
He is not present here at this very moment. How would I?
Is
Obviously,
he in
it
the
looks like
waiting
you
room?
guys are
Is he in
trying
part
to
of the
get.
Zoom hearing?
Pardon?
Do we have him as part of the Zoom hearing, Ms. McNabb?
I don't believe so. Your Honor, I would ask for an adjournment so that I could call Mr. Johnson to clear up the nature of these text messages, as well as submit the actual text of those messages.
All right, well then, Ms. Porto, if you would submit the actual text of the messages, the content of those messages to the court as completely as you have records of them, and then we'll adjourn the remainder of the hearing so I can hear from Mr. Johnson at this time. And we'll
Okay.
hear from him at a future hearing. I'll send out notices of the date.
Okay.
And Lizette, I will call you tomorrow so we can facilitate getting all that into the judge.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are concluded for today.
Thank you.